Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back for another round of Charlie Brown Politics. And of course, I'm Charlie Brown, the host of the show. Man, 2024 already popping off, right? We've got continuing censorship of independent journalists. I'm talking about YouTube wrongfully censoring Hardlin's media. We've got the war in the Middle East. We got the war in Ukraine, both continuing in 2024. Things do not seem like they're going to be less crazy than 2023. And to add, into the mix, let's add in one of the big recent stories that's been popping off recently that caught my eye. And I'm talking about a story about aliens. Hell yeah, that's right. Let's do it. Okay, if you haven't heard, on January 6th, that's right, the anniversary of the loss of our democracy, or the attempted loss of our democracy. Of course, I say that with quotations and laughing. Anyway, another story. On January 6th, this year of 2024 in Miami, Florida, there was a fight that broke out amongst a group of teenagers. I guess these teenagers were just duking it out amongst each other. So, yeah, whatever. And then, after this fight, some cops show up. And I'm not talking about like one or two cops. I'm talking about like a couple hundred cops. I'm talking about 200 cop cars, all with their lights on, all with their sirens on. So this catches a lot of people's attention, as it should. A lot of people posting on Twitter. I saw it in real time, and they're like, "What the hell is going on in Miami?" And they were showing all the videos of all the cop cars on the street and asking what's happening. So people started producing their theories on why the cops were actually there, because you don't need 200 cops to break up a fight amongst teenagers, correct? No. So one of the theories, that was being thrown out there was, yes, you guessed it, that the cops were escorting a 10-foot alien. That's right. All these cops were there to escort an alien. And this one particular theory started to pick up heat, started to pick up traction, and even caught the attention of national news. News Nation put it on their platform, okay? They did a story about it. And so a video has been going around the internet, and they've been acting like it's the proof of what has been insinuated here, that the cops were escorting a 10-foot alien. So I want to bring up this video for you guys. Let me do that. And let me make this bigger. Okay. And so here it is. You see all the cops going. Now look up on this staircase. My cursor is trying to swing around it, and it'll replay it. These three people walking right here. Okay, it's blurry. It's very hard to see. Now this is the proof that people are using as the cops escorting this 9-foot alien. Alright, I'll let it play one more time. Yep, you see it right here again. Very interesting, I suppose. Okay, so that's the first video that we have. Now that's interesting. For me personally, that is not enough evidence for me to believe that there was the cops escorting the 9-foot alien. Okay, it's just not. So it's possible, but that's just not enough evidence for me. But before we continue on, full disclosure, everybody, I am somebody that loves the idea of aliens. I love going down that conspiracy and that rabbit hole. So when news like this comes up, I do get excited. But, however, I have to take a step back and look at the situation always and ask, why is this information being put out? Is there an agenda behind it? Is there some type of manipulation by a higher power that's being put out? So that's where my mind always first goes to. But I do love the thought and possibility of aliens. It's very enticing. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just thinking about what's possible, right? It's very enticing. So there we have it. I got a few other videos that I want to show you guys that you might find interesting and relevant because, like I said, that first video wasn't enough evidence at all. So I found this video on top of that, and this video was released on January 7th. The Miami incident happened January 6th, okay? And this was recorded in Florida. It says it was recorded in Miami. So let's just watch it, and I think you guys might find it interesting. So somebody's recording the sky, and we got what looks like a comet coming in, right? Wait. It's breaking up, right? It kind of looks like what a comet would do if it was breaking up in the atmosphere. I get it. Hold on. There it is. It just pauses. What's up with that? Right? Very interesting. What is actually happening here? The possibilities. Like I will say 100 times in this video probably. The possibilities are endless. So, you know, the fact that these two events happened right after one another, yes, the first thing in my mind is, excuse me, is that this is some type of distraction because we've always known about these aliens. The government's probably always known about, or I don't know if they're aliens, about this phenomenon, I should say. But why are they choosing to release information or have it become relevant in this time period is the question I'm asking. And so I think, you know, I always think it's a distraction. That's what I always think. So, okay, so that was in Miami. This is another video that was released also on January 7th. But this one's going to be in North Carolina. And watch this one. It's very similar to what we just watched in Miami.
What in the hell? That's scary.
Look, they're stopping.
What is that?
What the fuck?
UFO.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know what that is,
Look,
but they're
one just
moving
disappeared.
around. They're like moving.
That one just went sideways. What?
I told you I got a good ass eye. That's like over Greensboro.
What the hell is it?
Yeah, you hear gunshots.
All right, so that is the second video that I want to share with you guys. What is happening, right? We can only guess. We can only speculate. Like I said, I am a person that believes in the phenomenon or that something is happening, that people have been spotting and reporting something for a long time. Yes, but with that being said, two things can be true, right? This phenomenon can be happening, but the government could also be using it to psyops the public, okay? So I really do think that if I look at this holistically, what's really going on, this is a distraction. This is look over here while we do something over here type of moment. You know, we got the presidential election coming up. We got so many crazy things going on throughout the world that the global agenda is trying to pull off. You know, we got the farmers protesting in Germany and other parts of Europe. We got the continued assault on our free speech and our rights throughout here. So I think that the real reason why a lot of this is coming out to light, why people like David Grush are coming out, I don't even know if he's specifically a part of it or whatnot, but it's to scare us. And when the public is scared, we all know from the war on terror, from the lockdowns, that when people are scared, they're more easily manipulated. They're easily more controlled. You can take their wealth from them more easily. You can have that public. The public is more accepting, I should say, of an authoritarian type of control in government. So I think that's the real agenda at play. So I got one more thing that I want to show you guys here, and it's going to be a video and an interview with Tucker Carlson, where let me just make sure I got this pulled up right. Yep, there we go. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. There we go. Now we got it. Apologies for that. Where he's going to give his opinion on what is actually going on with this whole situation as well. And it, it's just going to give your mind more to chew upon, more to do here. So here we go.
I've met him as well. He seems like a very, he at least, at the very least, I don't think he's lying to me whenever I was spoken to him. So what gives you assurance that what you're hearing, what you have come to believe is not a government psyop, so to speak?
Well, everything's a government psyop, including UFOs, but that doesn't mean that there aren't UFOs. And I think I know the comment you're referring to is on Clayton Morris's, an old friend of mine called Clayton Morris's podcast, a great guy, really interested in this topic. And I said that there are things that I don't want to talk about, and I, as usual, didn't fully explain myself. If I had, verifiable facts about this phenomenon, I would immediately put them on the air, because I'm committed to that completely, because my whole life is about that. So I should have said more clearly, I can't be certain. This is just what I believe based on, talking to an awful lot of people about this, some of whom I trust a lot, some of whom I trust sort of. I mean, you're trying to piece it together from lots of different places, but no, these are my views, okay? They can't be proven, but I think they're informed views. The phenomenon is real. It's been recorded for thousands of years. We know that. There's something buzzing around us in the skies, but also under the oceans, we now know, and probably underground as well. So it's real. The government's lied about it a million different ways, probably for a million different reasons, for at least 80 years. That's also confirmed. They're lying about it now. Who knows what their motives are? And they're also trying to keep a lot of this stuff from being disclosed. That's true.
Yes.
So to those people, it's like, it's a psyop. Well, yeah, everything's a psyop. But I know for a dead certain fact, and it's provable, that, say, Mitch McConnell and Speaker Johnson and people and a couple committee chairmen who should all know better, are trying to prevent the UAP Disclosure Act of 2023 from taking effect in a meaningful way. So they are trying to hide it still. That's a fact. My own view is that these are not aliens. There's no evidence that they've come from somewhere else. We would probably know. We've got a lot of technology that's watching what comes in and out of the atmosphere, and there's no evidence of that. I think they've been here forever. This is my view. Again, it can't be proven, but I'm just telling you, after a lot of conversations, I think it's likely that the U.S. government has had contact with these, direct contact, and over a period of years. I find that really disturbing, because and a bunch of other things that are highly distressing that I can't prove, and so I'm certainly not going to throw them out there. But I'll tell you this: I've talked to a lot of people about this, not because I've never been interested in UFOs until like 5 years ago, and I was like, wait, this is real. What is this? Why aren't we talking about this? I'm just like coming at it from a totally idiotic, I don't know anything, curious position, which is my normal posture on everything. And so I've talked to a lot of people, and my view is that this is my opinion, that there are things about this that are really disturbing. And while I hate any kind of government secrecy, and if I could prove any of this, I would say it immediately, consequences be damned, I do sort of understand why they don't want to let this stuff out. It's not about, we've got fragments of one of these crafts at a Lockheed, facility in California, and we have biologics from the craft. Everyone knows that that's likely true. Well, it's certainly true that they have the, pieces of this stuff. Yep. But I think it's likely that it's darker than that, and that the U.S. government I say the U.S. government, people in the U.S. government, not the U.S. government, but, There are it's the largest human organization in history. Parts of it, have knowledge that is very, very disturbing. And I personally strongly think, that there's a spiritual component to this that I don't understand and will not pretend to understand. But I think it's very clear that there's a spiritual component to this. That's one of the reasons the Vatican, and I'm not Catholic, but has been involved in this for over 100 years, has an observatory, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it's pretty obvious that these are not men from Mars. I think that was a psyop, because I think the truth is a little bit wilder and has deeper implications just than that.
Giving us even more to think about.
There we have it. So that's Tucker Carlson giving his viewpoints on that. Now, there were a lot of things that you could debate him on in that, or you could agree or disagree with him on in that. But one thing I think Tucker really hits the nail on the head with is that this is definitely a government psyop, or it's going to be used as one. So I just want to reiterate that, I think that they're going to use this to incite fear, which is used to steal more money from us, take more rights away from us, more control. It makes us more accepting to an authoritarian type of government. So, I mean, add it to the pile, guys. Look at what's going on in Gaza. Look what's going on in Ukraine. Look at what they're doing to Julian Assange and many other independent journalists like Hardlands Media. So, I don't know. Is this like the global agenda at play? The WEF, you will eat bugs, own nothing and like it. Is that part of it? Who freaking knows what the actual details are on all this? We know that Henry Kissinger is the one that said, you control the oil, you control a country, and if you control their food, you control the people. So is that somehow a part of this attack on what's playing out in 2024? I don't know, guys. But what I want to conclude with this video, and what I think our answer is for whatever may lie ahead in 2024, because shit's looking pretty crazy, okay? I want to say that I think our answer for any problem that we're going to be facing is going to be you and I. It's going to be one another, our communities, meaning we have to start supporting our local farmers. We have to start supporting organizations and people that are doing mutual aid. We have to start supporting our local communities, supporting ourselves and our local households, trying to build up, because when shit hits the fan, whatever's coming next our way, who freaking knows what these psychopaths with the power, we're going to be better equipped if we have each other's back, if we, if our friends and our family and our neighbors are better equipped, if we're better equipped. So, like I said, try to support local community organizations that are actually giving back and actually helping out, like local farmers. Do something yourself if you are physically not able to, or even if you don't have money. There are things you can do, like share a local business on your Twitter, on your Facebook, give them a good review, things to this nature. There are ways to help even if you physically just can't get out there. So we gotta band together here, people. So get out there, put your feet on the ground, do something for yourself, do something for your community, do something for your friends and family, because these people at the top will not be the answer. There is nobody out there that we can elect that's going to come save us, that's going to come give us the health care that we deserve, that's going to come and give us the fair paying jobs that we deserve. No, they don't give a damn about us in reality. And some of them, whatever, you can believe that they do, but we are within a system that will not let that help come to us. The only chance that we do have is one another, is you and I. So yeah, with that, guys, like the video for me, please. Subscribe, share, all that jazz. It's really helping me out. I'm trying to grow here. And yeah, like I said, get out there and do something for yourself, do something for your community. And let's end it on that. I will catch you guys on the next one, all right? The next episode of Charlie Brown Politics. Thank you, guys.